Hey, what's going on everybody out there? This is Jakejames Lugo. Welcome to the channel and welcome to this brand new unboxing and impressions video, unboxing with quotations. We're going to be taking a look at this book right here, the Star Wars Lightsaber Collection. I just got this in the mail. This is specifically it's from Insight Editions. And they do a lot of different types of books, not just Star Wars related books, but I wanted to check this one out because obviously as a Star Wars fan, I know that the lightsaber is probably one of the most memorable, legendary, epic, and pure epic weapons in cinema history for many different reasons. But I wanted to take a look at this book because this is supposed to compile every single lightsaber model and descriptions and details about them since the very beginning, from the original A New Hope, all the way through to all of Star Wars into 2020/2021. But let's just open this bad boy up and get right into it. Of course, as I'm looking through this, let me know in the comments your thoughts about the lightsaber, your thoughts about Star Wars, your thoughts about these unboxing and impressions videos down below, and leave a like on this video, of course, as well, and subscribe to the channel too. It helps out big time. Anyway, we're looking here and it's just opening up the book. We got these little cross sections / illustrations of what a lightsaber could be. This may be the original look or original sketch for what a lightsaber could be. I'm not sure. It says backed on GC torch, or I can't really tell like that. It's such scribble in there. But let's get right deep into this. Okay, Star Wars, the Lightsaber Collection. Okay, let's get right into this. Now we have a whole table of contents of every single character that wields a lightsaber of significance in the Star Wars saga. We even have a whole section here. I don't know if you guys could see that there. Show you detailing about different parts about a lightsaber, its traditions, its relevance. Then we go from Aayla Secura, and what I thought, just on first glance, I thought this was alphabetical order. At least it seems like, okay, it's broken up into two different sections, or multiple sections, I should say, because I'm looking at all the way at the end. We have the Jedi of the Galactic Republic, so I'm guessing that's prequels, that's Clone Wars era. Then we go into Acolytes of the Dark Side, which I'm guessing is supposed to be afterwards, or a mixture of both, because you got Darth Vader, Darth Maul, and a few others. A New Jedi Tradition, which is a bunch of new characters related to some of the Disney Star Wars stuff and everything else. But let's go through this. Let's check out some of the beginning, because most of you out there already know what some of the lightsabers look like for different characters, but what you don't know is some of the other stuff that this book has. We got, what is it? We got a Ralph McQuarrie illustration, classic artwork of Star Wars, which originally I thought this was supposed to be of The Empire Strikes Back, from what I originally thought. Some people have said that this is from A New Hope, but to me this is from Empire Strikes Back because it's Luke, or it's supposedly Luke fighting Darth Vader. But I could be wrong on that. Let me know in the comments. We got a whole intro. We got details of what a lightsaber actually is. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight, not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. That's from Obi-Wan Kenobi to Luke in Episode 4, A New Hope. And we got this really cool illustration and cross-section and blueprint of what a lightsaber is. It says Plo Koon or Plo Koon right there. Dave Filoni. See there, Ahsoka's lightsaber. Okay, no, these are Ahsoka's lightsabers. Interesting. Because this has a green blade here. I didn't know if that was Ahsoka's or who it was. I thought it was general. Lightsaber creation. Got a whole bunch of description here. Including Vader from Rogue One, which is pretty cool. This is such an awesome scene in that movie that made the entire movie worth it. It's pretty dope. I'm not going to read through all this, but you guys, if you ever get the book, you could read through it. But it has a lot of different stuff in there that talks about a lightsaber. It talks about the history of it. This says Jedi Tradition. The stricken unarmed man is hardly the Jedi way. That's from the Clone Wars, from the Dave Filoni Clone Wars. Not the, 2D animation that was done by the Samurai Jack people. We got Rey, of course, in here. Then look, check this out. We got Kyber Crystals. Got little Kyber Crystal stuff, which is pretty interesting. Look at this makeshift, homebrew lightsaber. That's very, very ghetto or bootleg, if you really think about it. Compared to Luke Skywalker's Return of the Jedi lightsaber. Or, yeah, that looks like Luke Skywalker's. Or, no, this might be Obi-Wan Kenobi's. Could be wrong on that, but I'm not sure. Energy constantly flows through the crystal. You're not fighting with a simple blade as much as you're directing a current of power, which is from Kanan Jarrus from Star Wars Rebels. Very cool. And I'm loving this artwork. I've seen a couple of these pieces of artwork passed around social media. This type of stuff is really cool because that's supposed to be Luke Skywalker constructing his lightsaber. And it talks about Jedi training on this side. And again, I'm going to start speeding stuff up just so we could get a little bit more into some of the other stuff and actually see the lightsabers. Oh, speaking of which, we finally get into that. Okay, so the Galactic Republic got Aayla Secura, Twilight Master, or Twilight Jedi Knight. We got Ahsoka Tano from Clone Wars specifically. So her blades were green. I was wrong about that. I thought they were blue. But her blades, which are two, which is a regular standard size blade, as well as also a shorter one, which is almost kind of like the equivalent of like a dagger, but not really. It's a little bit longer than a dagger. But she wields two lightsabers, which is cool. And then her Ahsoka Tano version during the Rebellion, which is technically the one played by Rosario Dawson, even though the illustrations, I like the illustrations a little bit more than like the actual screenshots, but we get these kind of illustrations for some of the animated characters that give them that realistic look. I appreciate that. But this is when she has the white lightsaber. We have, of course, Anakin Skywalker Padawan, which was Episode 2 lightsaber. This isn't the one that we see in A New Hope. This is the one that we see get destroyed in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Because as you could tell, it's Padawan Luke. It's pre-adolescent Luke, or technically he's a teenager. He's like going on like 18 or close to it, I guess, around this time frame. But young Anakin Skywalker. Almost said Luke there. We got Barriss Offee. I think it's Barriss Offee. Again, I'm pronouncing that wrong. She's got a different type of blade. You'll notice that a lot of these lightsabers, they all have like unique type of handles, unique type of like endpoints of the handles, leading up all the way to the ridges of where the blade is at. Sindralig, you actually fight in the Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith video game, which, by the way, you could check out here. I'll put like a little link so you guys could check it out, that I reviewed Revenge of the Sith, the game on PlayStation 2. Definitely a lot of stuff to say about that. Deepa Bilaba, which I believe that's the Jedi Knight that we see show up at the beginning of the Bad Batch. Again, I'm trying really hard not to spoil, but this is her lightsaber. Really, really cool. We got Even Piel. Even Piel, we only see him a little bit, I believe, in Phantom Menace. Like, he's just standing there next to Master Yoda, which is kind of funny, but I don't remember him actually showing up in certain, like media and stuff. Like, I'm reading through it really quickly. Like, it says Star Wars Clone Wars, so he might have been in Clone Wars, and I'm just not remembering. We got Gungi, the Wookiee Jedi Knight, which has a wooden handle on there, which I always thought was kind of cool because it borrows like natural elements implemented to like more metallic elements for his lightsaber. It's pretty neat. Jocasta Nu, who is the Jedi Academy, or the Jedi, Republic's, she's part of like the Jedi Archive. She's like a librarian. That's the best way to like actually say her. Again, if you've never seen it, you see her in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. She's actually there talking to Obi-Wan Kenobi, but this is her lightsaber. It's really cool. And, by the way, there's a moment with her in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, the game. That's when Anakin goes to the Jedi Temple. He goes to the Jedi Archives. Ki-Adi-Mundi. I'm going to say Kyle, meant Ki-Adi-Mundi, which, again, you've seen him many times throughout the prequels and also the Clone Wars. That's his lightsaber. Start to speed things up. We start getting into the Jedi Temple Guards, which, ooh... Look at this, a fold-out, which the page is a little banged up. I guess that the page was always so, because it was folded so much. It's a little bit of a shame because I just opened this out of the box and it's a little bit torn there. Just the nature of that, which I find funny. So you get to see the full double-bladed lightsaber, which is a complete fold-out. I wish that this wasn't the case because I like to keep my books in very, very good condition. But let's keep going here. We got Kit Fisto, the Marine Jedi Knight, I guess you could say, because he is, again, his species and race. We see him in the Clone Wars cartoon go and fight underwater. He actually ignites this lightsaber underwater, which looks really freaking cool. Lord Korvax, who has like more of like a traditional like Excalibur looking type of blade. Some people would say it's kind of a little bit reminiscent or a little bit similar to what Kylo Ren has, but without the side ignition, which is pretty dope. And then, of course, classic Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker, which is the same blade that I have, which I'll show you guys briefly. I did a whole unboxing and impressions video of my own lightsaber, which I got from TXQ Lightsabers, but this is the blade, son. This is the replica of it, which I'm very happy I finally got in my later years. Anyway, classic, iconic weapon, beautiful weapon. Luminara Unduli, I believe. Again, I'm pronouncing it wrong, but we see her in Attack of the Clones. She's during the fight on Geonosis, she shows up. And of course, the bad mother, shut your mouth, known as Mace Windu, Mr. Samuel Jackson himself. By the way, I didn't know this. I was actually watching a video earlier that said that the bottom of his lightsaber actually has bad MF on the bottom of it that's engraved. I didn't know that, which is pretty sweet. And the only reason why he's the only Jedi Knight outside of canon and outside of lore to have a purple lightsaber is because Samuel Jackson wanted something different. He wanted to stand out. which is pretty sweet. He gets a purple lightsaber just because of that, because it's Sam Jackson. Of course, Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Padawan version. So this is talking around, I want to say, episode 1, maybe leading into episode 2. But that's his lightsaber. It has the little, what is it, kind of like ridges on the bottom, which I believe this is the one that Darth Maul kicks down the shaft, which is very cool. And then, of course, classic Ben Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Master from episode 4, which is a little bit much more similar to what we got with Return of the Jedi Luke, because Luke, his Return of the Jedi lightsaber is based on this design, which is why it has the little neck there at the top. But anyway, what I was going to say about the book specifically is that I like how there's descriptions of each lightsaber. I don't know if they had a lot of information to really kind of add onto there. I would have loved to see maybe a little bit more on both sides of the pages, or maybe like little things marking off the lightsaber. But I do like how we get like a full high-res image that just focuses on the lightsaber itself. Maybe multiple pages would have helped with that to kind of like detail the lightsabers a little bit more. But we get to see it ignited. We get to see it just unignited, you know, as a holster. And of course, the Jedi who wield it, you know, holding onto it. And again, this isn't a full, like, you know, actual photo. This is an artist rendition, and I really like that because it keeps everything kind of, you know, uniform in this book. Plo Koon, the one that everybody thought was going to show up in The Mandalorian, he's here. This is his lightsaber. It looks very cool. He actually gets killed in episode 3. There's no spoilers there, so it's whatever. Pong Krell. I think, well, actually, no, you don't fight Pong Krell in the games, but he does show up in Clone Wars. I'm pretty sure. But this is his his two dual-bladed or two dual-wielding lightsabers. Really awesome. That I think it folds out here? Yeah, it actually folds out here because, again, look how long it is compared to what that hilt looks like. That's pretty dope. Not gonna lie, it's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna try to speed it up. But Qui-Gon Jinn, classic, Episode 1, Phantom Menace. Of course, Liam Neeson, the badass known as Liam Neeson. And then, of course, Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen, a little bit older. This is what they call the Skywalker lightsaber, but this is the lightsaber that also went to Luke Skywalker. It also went to Rey afterwards. So the Skywalker lightsaber is the most iconic weapon in cinema history. This is the specific first appearance of a lightsaber, the specific first model of what a lightsaber was when we first saw it, besides Obi-Wan Kenobi's. So we see it, obviously, from Anakin. There's no picture of classic Luke Skywalker wielding it from Empire Strikes Back, or even holding it in episode 4, which I wish that we would see. But then we see like all the different versions of it leading up to when Rey has it at the end of The Rise of Skywalker. It looks a little bit shorter now that I think about it in comparison to when we see it there, or maybe it's just turned a little bit. I'm not sure what's up, but the Skywalker lightsaber, famous cinema weapon. Of course, then we go to Quinlan Vos, which, again, there's a whole other backstory. I'm going to start speeding things up because I'm going a little bit long here. Shakti, her lightsaber, very, very cool. She actually appears in the Force Unleashed video game, which is not considered canon anymore. Sifo Dyas. Now, Master Sifo Dyas has to do, or at least his relevance has to do with some of the stuff that goes on with Kamino, leading up into the events of episode 2 and episode 3. But again, it's way too much to get into with this. Stellan Gios, again, I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I believe this is Old Republic. Oh, no, High Republic, I'm sorry. Because the High Republic lightsabers look like they got more of like an Excalibur edge to it. And again, very similar to what Kylo Ren has later down the line. Then, of course, Terra Sinubi. And again, I'm just going to start skipping through this to get past through. Master Yoda, we do have to stop on, though. Check out Master Yoda. I love how, again, his lightsaber gets like a full like blow-up page because it's so small compared to everybody else's, but anyway, we're just going to skip through the rest of these now. Again, training lightsaber, all these other things. We even got our man here from, was it Star Wars Rebels? Over here trying not to choke. But yeah, Ezra Miller, his crossblade. And then here we go, start getting to the dark side. So now that it actually picks us up, I'm actually just going to start just showing stuff and really talking over it. The darksaber, by the way. I'm really digging the book. I think that it's very cool seeing all these Jedi and all these Sith with their weapons. Same thing. I don't like how the pages got like that. I don't know whether that's because of storage or whatever else, but I'm not a fan of that. But I like how the lightsabers are displayed. It's displayed on a black background, giving us a full display of like what the lightsabers look like. But I still feel like maybe some extra pages would have been sweet to see a little bit more of, you know, detail about the lightsabers themselves. This is the first page that we're looking at here from Darth Artius. That doesn't have a picture of the Jedi himself or the Sith himself, which is interesting. Okay, according to the lore, famous villains like Darth Vader, Darth Sidious, and Darth Maul were actually heirs to the venerable dark side tradition. Blah blah blah. Twin lightsabers, so it's like two cross guards of a lightsaber. That's interesting, but I want to see a picture of the actual Sith. And then, of course, Darth Sidious, which is Emperor Palpatine, his lightsaber, which we see in Revenge of the Sith. But yeah, that's what I really dig about this actual book. I think it's really, really cool. Wish there was more detail, wish maybe there was more pictures for some, again, meaning that extra picture that I mentioned about Luke Skywalker from Episode 4 would have been cool to see. Asajj Ventress from Clone Wars, very, very cool. That's her Clone Wars 3D version, but I wish that they had shown the cartoon version here. Asajj Ventress Padawan, okay, I guess that's her pre-Dark Side era, or pre-Dark Side version, or afterwards, where she becomes good. And then Count Dooku, which is homeboy over here. Look at this. Count Dooku looks sweet there, and his curved blade. He's the only one in Star Wars that I can think of that has a curved blade. Then we start getting into the Inquisitors, the brothers, the sisters, the Grand Inquisitor. A lot of cool stuff. Kylo Ren, another one. I actually bought my brother recently for the holidays. I bought him a replica of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, just as a gift, you know, for Christmas. Then Darth Maul, the Imperial era lightsaber. Ninth Sister. Again, I'm just skipping through all these just for the sake of going through it. This is the Rey Darkside Vision version, which is her dual lightsaber. I wish this could have come into play a little bit more in the sequel trilogy, but that's a whole other conversation about it. So I'm still scanning through over this. Again, the Second Sister, seeing a lot of these characters, again, all getting the same type of treatment. Taron Malicos, or Darth Malicos from, was it the Jedi Fallen Order? Very cool. New Jedi Tradition. Okay, this is the final section, so we're kind of getting to the end. So Ben Solo, obviously, for, what is it? I guess this is when, this is not during Rise of Skywalker. This is way before Episode 6, or Episode 7. Yeah, this is before Episode 7 when Luke actually shows up in his hut. And then Cal Kestis. I really like Cal Kestis' lightsaber. Cal Kestis as a character is pretty cool, but his lightsaber is pretty dope because when it's modified, it's actually a dual-bladed lightsaber that you can use in a variety of different ways, and it actually detaches, which is cool. Kanan Jarrus, again, I love the artwork that he have for him and his lightsaber. We're reaching towards the end, and then here's Ezra Bridger with the hybrid, so it's a blaster with a lightsaber. So when it's ignited, it's a lightsaber like that, but it could also be used as a blaster. That's one of the more interesting versions of a lightsaber that we've seen in the entire saga. And then, of course, Ezra with his second lightsaber, second version of it that has a green blade. And then Leia, Princess Leia, or Leia Organa's lightsaber, which is what they had for Rise of Skywalker. That was her kind of thing. Well, actually, no. Now I think about it, it was Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker that they had this for, that it made an appearance, maybe. But anyway, moving on. We're getting towards the end here. I want to see. We got Rey Skywalker's lightsaber, which is at the very end. She never uses this lightsaber. That's the thing that's a shame, because if they were going to make such a big deal about it when it finally appears in The Rise of Skywalker, why didn't she have this made when she was actually getting ready to fight the Emperor or fighting all those other people? I'm just saying, like, it would have been pretty sweet to see that. But I digress. Anyway, we get this index of all the lightsabers side by side. Now, I actually like this. I wish that there was maybe like a timeline marker, you know, for the BBY or ABY time frame of when these lightsabers were used, and the same thing with the Darksaber. Because again, the Darksaber is considered technically a lightsaber. But I appreciate this. This is actually pretty cool. And that's the end of the book. So overall, a good book, a good supplemental book for people that are fans of Star Wars. Do you need to own this book? Not necessarily. But if you are someone that collects different things related to Star Wars, I feel like you could get some kick out of this. This is actually pretty cool. So anyway, those are my thoughts about the Star Wars Lightsaber Collection book from Inside Editions. Let me know your own thoughts about this book down below in the comments section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos and unboxings like this. I just posted up a brand new video review not too long ago that you guys are going to want to check out. With that being said, I will talk to all of you again. Hey, thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it enough to check out some of my other videos I'll list here on the side in just a moment. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel to see new content that I post up as it goes out. You can also join my Patreon for early access to new videos and exclusive content you'll only see over there. Don't forget to join my Discord server via the link in the description too. There's a lot of great people who love gaming and make an amazing community in there that I know you'll love being part of. Hope to see you again real soon. Peace out, and stay epic, everyone.